Hello, everybody. So last night I texted my friend Tony Child here and I said, hey, let's go live tomorrow. And he was like, sure, what time do you have? So you guys get a treat today from Tony and I coming together and just talking to you and empowering you. Both of us are very passionate about just empowering people's lives and making your life better. And we are bringing Tony back to Reno May 1st and 2nd. I'm super excited about this again, up leveling our the people around us in all of Northern Nevada. I want this to become contagious, which is why it's so important for me and why I asked Tony to go live with me today. So Tony, before I hit record, we were talking, we started going and we were like, wait, stop. Let's just have this conversation live. Yeah. And I was mentioning something I saw yesterday on one of your calls, which was about how people have dreams and they have this vision and they've got these big goals, but they're never realized because they don't take action, or they're taking action their entire life, but they have no roadmap to take the action on. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So I know that there's so many people out there that have these big dreams and big desires and big hopes. And here's what we do. We link our know-how with our ability. Mm-hmm. And anything we know how to do, we believe we can do it. But if we don't know how to do something, the default belief that most people have is, I can't. And here's what I know, that people that believe that they can't do something won't do anything. No ideas will come. No, not even a first idea of what could happen. If it was possible that you 10 times your income in 2024, if it was possible, what would be the first step you could take? If you believe, I can't, Tony, I don't know how to 10 times my income in 2024, so therefore I can't, then one idea won't even enter your brain. Right. And so I believe the first reason why people don't act on their ideas is because, quite frankly, they don't get them. They believe right off the top that what they want is impossible, so no ideas will come.
So why bother?
Yeah. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that people are so afraid of what other people think. We are so deathly afraid of, if I try and I fail, what will my mom think? What will my spouse think? What will my kids think? What will my grandparents think? What will my business think? Whatever it is. And what we don't realize is that the people that we look as successful, they are literally standing on a mountain of failures. Yeah. On a mountain of things that they tried. It didn't go as they expected, but they tried again. And then they tried again. And they iterated and they iterated and they iterated. So people's perfectionism definitely gets in the way of their ability to really go after big dreams and big goals in life.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I can really resonate with that, where I was the person who I did always get big ideas, but to me, it was more like a fantasy, right? Like my big ideas were just these, oh, well, that doesn't happen to real people. And exactly what you're saying, the people in my life would tell me that because I'm one who I do live by the law of fire, ready, aim, right? And so often in my life, since as like I was like a teenager, I would get corrected on that. I would just like, stop it. You're impulsive. You're too, like, I always was called like too impulsive. I dream too big. And I was told all the time, I'm too much. And I know through working with you, I came to realize I'm not too much. I am bigger than those people, but it's really that they just don't understand me and I don't fit their mold. And coming to realizing like, this isn't me, it's them, and allowing those projections that were put on me, just separating myself from them, has really just made me skyrocket.
Yeah. And to the opposite, I want you to think about this. How many of us base our future potential off of somebody else's past history?
Yeah.
Somebody else telling us like, that's impossible, you can't do that. Well, they haven't been able to do it. They have no idea whether you can do it or not because you haven't tried yet. But they will literally base your future potential, which is limitless, on their past failures, the things that they tried or the things that they watched somebody else try and it didn't go the way that they thought it should. And so it's this constant need to be accepted and liked And I'm telling you right now, so I have the privilege, for those that are watching, I have the privilege of working with NFL athletes, Olympians, founders of companies, CEOs. That's who I coach. Those are the individuals that come to me. And what I notice about them versus all of the rest of the public is that those individuals don't care what other people think. They just go
Oh,
after their dreams. They're not sitting there thinking, what does my Aunt Sally think of me going to the NFL? Or what does my mom think of me building this business? They just go do it. They're not worried about what everybody else thinks of whether they will fail or succeed. And how many of us today make all of our decisions based off of what others think or feel,
yeah,
instead of just saying,
absolutely.
well, what do I think or feel? You're the one getting the idea. If
Yeah.
there's anybody that's going to get all of the know-how, it's going to be you, because you're the one with the idea. And yet we squander it. We go around and we ask people, well, what do you think of my idea? When it was this divine idea that you got, and then we ask another human what they think, and then
Right.
we squander it.
Yeah. Oh, I totally agree. I mean, I think I lived that life for so many years where I just had these ideas and these gifts too. I mean, one of the things I've really come to embrace too is that we're all born with gifts, but because of what's projected onto us, all of these things that are projected, we bury our gifts and we stop seeing them. And when you can finally look at yourself and embrace your gifts, it's amazing what happens when you stop caring what other people think, when you embrace who you truly are. It just suddenly the world opens up to possibilities.
Yeah.
It's a
And I'm going to
beautiful.
apologize to your listeners and viewers out there. I have massive allergies right now. So like if I blow my nose or have my tissue, like just that's why I'm like massive allergies right now. So
Yeah.
so
I'm
anyways, you and we're going to be doing an event next week. So I would love to, let's talk about like, why would people want to come to this event? So I'm coming in. I do these
yeah.
events all over the country. They're called pivot points. And so we're going to do one in Reno. We did one about a month ago. Amazing success. Lots of people came. I went to the end of the event. I'm like, all right, so should we do another one of these in Reno? And every hand went up saying, yes, let's do it again. And so we're doing it again, May 1st and 2nd in Reno. So what can people expect from this event? And why do you have me coming back? And I'll share a few thoughts, but I'm curious, why you keep having me come back?
Well, it's kind of just such a great story for me. I always like think about, because when I met you, I was in a time in my life where I became bitter and cynical. And I think I met you like gosh, it was in November. So my husband had passed away only months before. I was a newly widowed. I was newly a widow. And I was really going through this huge life transition because my youngest son had just graduated from high school. Bronson graduated from college. And my husband died all within about an 18-month period. So I went from having my family of four dependent on me and with me to just being alone. And it made me angry and bitter and very cynical. So when I met you, I was in that phase of being super cynical and super angry. And I just, there was just something different about you. Like, you came to my conference and you were the first person I worked with who was actually cared about me. Like, and I just got used to playing this game, right? And I know you teach a lot about playing games in life, and I had become a master at playing games. And I played the part well. I basically came into every relationship thinking, okay, what are they going to want from me? And then I delivered and I got what I wanted based on what they wanted. And then you actually came to me and just said, what do you need? And you didn't care about your own need. Like, I know but you didn't put your needs first, and it didn't really matter to you so much. You just knew you were going to be taken care of. And that really got my attention. I was like, he really cares about what I need. So then I went to your event, Pivot Point, and it was I had kind of lost hope in all of this, to be honest. But then after the way you treated us and my company and everything, and you actually really cared about us, I thought, I'm going to give this a chance. So I went to your event. I flew from Reno to Salt Lake City, and and it was like the next week. So I gave Pivot Point a chance, and it changed my life. It completely changed my life. It opened my eyes to so much. And for those of you who are watching and know me, who know my before and after, not just me though. I mean, I know I've brought my boys through your events and different things. So my boys and I, it really gave us our life back. And I think that's why this is so important to me, to gift it to other people. Also, my life has changed so much and I've leveled up so much that now I'm getting to the point where I want my community to level up too. I want the people in my life to level up, which is why I'm bringing you to Reno, so that I can help them experience what I've experienced, so they can get rid of those limiting beliefs that keep them down where they don't want to live. And they can now become the people they were born to be.
Yeah, I love it. So yes to all of that. So this is what we're going to talk about next week. We're going to talk about like, what are all the limiting beliefs that people hold? So just a little statistic that I want you all to know out there. If you're looking now, how many of you love incremental change? It's like, I want to grow just a little bit. Or do you have dreams like, no, I want to grow a lot. Like I want to jump like several rungs on the ladder. Like I want to go from A to F instead of A to B. So we're going to teach you how to do that, because in order to make that type of jump, which people can do, I want you to know this, people do it all the time. How do they do it is going to be what we talk about, because it's science driven. 95% of your results are subconscious, meaning they're below conscious. We're unaware of them. And until you become aware of what you're unaware about, you'll stay right where you are. So this whole 2 days is about becoming aware of how do I make these types of jumps? So that's what we're going to do. So next Wednesday and Thursday, May 1st and 2nd in Reno, come join us. It's going to be a blast. I'm excited. So yeah.
I am so excited too. And I know we are running a special too. So for those of you who've looked at it and thought, oh my gosh, this is too much for me, we are running a special because I'm very passionate about getting my community there. And Tony and I had a conversation. We understand you don't know Tony like I do. And I get that. Like for me, I'm not kidding when I tell you a ticket to Tony's program would be worth $1,500, $3,000, right? But I understand that you don't have that context. So I did ask Tony, I said, hey, look, I know you, my people know you, the people who went to Pivot Point last time, they get it now. But some of the people I'm talking to don't. So do you mind if we negotiate the price a little? And he said yes. So we are doing that for you guys because we just really want to fill the room. And I really just want to see our community just lifted up and increased. I just want to raise up Northern Nevada. When I go to the Utah area, it just feels different. When I'm around the elevated people, man, it feels like I'm on a different planet. It's like the frequency is so much higher that we want to do that here too. And it is possible.
I love it. So yes. And I believe right now, if I'm not mistaken, we've got even a buy one, get one today. So if you jumped on and you said, hey, I want to do this, not only do you get to come, you bring a guest and your guest gets to come as well. So not only are we reducing the price down for people to be able to make it a no-brainer, and for today, I believe we're also doing a buy one, get one. So make sure you jump on and come and see us.
And that is so important. I think one of the most beautiful things I've gotten to witness is for couples going through it together. When you see, oh my gosh, the healing that happens, and it's so beautiful. It's hard to explain. And I know I went through it with Christina, who is like my business partner, right? She's my right hand. And then I had Brandy, my other integrator, go through it. And it has helped us as business people. Like I am a true visionary. I am the CEO of my company, and I have two different people who basically help me run my companies. It was so hard communicating with them after I had been through Pivot Point and they hadn't. Well, Christina went with me, but Brandy, it was so hard to communicate like these things and to level up the way I have, and having them not there with me. So you giving us the buy one, get one free is huge, because that person that you need in your life to level up with you, you can bring up. So make sure you do not miss out.
Awesome. All right, let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, next Tuesday or Wednesday, Thursday.
We will see. Yeah, we will see everybody there. Thank you.
See you guys.